Hi, bank holiday Monday in UK, so I'm not going anywhere. Clog up the roads, we'll try and go into the coast. It's a reasonably nice day, it's going to be very warm. I thought I'd stay with the line and wash for at least another demo, make it up as I go along, simple repertoire one. This is the Saunders £200. It was given to me by David Dickinson very kindly. He's got a lot of paper that he wasn't going to use. And this is a very, very good paper. It's not rough like the Arches, but I'll show you what it is. Bear with me. It's from Ken Bromley Art Supplies. It's Saunders 200 not hot pressed. So there we are. Pack of that. And I've got a pack of 300 Arches here as well. And some a lot of Arches, £300 rough, but I'm saving that for a rainy day. This is a bit smoother, so a bit smoother than the Fabriano, but it's top quality paper. So I'm going to proceed to ruin it by putting in some hedgy stuff. So I'll squeeze out a little bit of black paint, black acrylic, waterproof paint. It does the same as ink. You can dilute it a little bit or mix it as ink, or just, I've got a little dentist syringe for this. So I'll just squeeze some out. There we are. Well, I'll use a couple of riggers. That's a number, I think that's a number, I don't know, can't see it. Nice little brush, it's probably number 2, something like that, number 2, not a number 3. I've got a number 3 here, this is the number 3, that one. Slightly longer, it's still a lovely brush, this is a lovely brush, this one. Right, okay, so let's start by making some marks. Fairly low horizon. I don't want the ink work to go too high up, so we'll just put these marks on here. So being a bit rougher than the Fabriano, hopefully we'll hit more high spots, but it's the risk of getting blobs. This might not be as good as the Fabriano. I'm just pushing in, we could put a sort of a 5-bar gate in here. I'll remind myself, I'll just put a fence here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a bit higher. 5. And there, 5-bar gate. So let's put in some bushes. I just wonder if this inch brush would be a better bet for some of this. This is the inch varnish brush. Let's have a look. Yeah. Well, then I can go back with some trunks and branches in all this. That's not particularly good there, but you can use a stick, you can do anything that makes a mark. Try it, but I wouldn't say risk it on an expensive paper like this. I do this sort of view quite often, as you know, but I never tire of it. They're different every time. I wish I had done those now, but this seems to be okay. So this is the sort of a path coming down here. No, I won't do much there. Bushes here. Try not to get regular marks. I'll do that path there with the rigger. The painting of these doesn't take any time at all, really. Trying to keep the right hand side different from the left hand side. I've said many times before that these look good mainly because of the contrast of the black against the white. And they don't, and when you put the colour on, of course, you reduce that contrast. See, we've got not a very good mark there, so we'll have to change that. This is a sort of substitute for the painting later on. We're painting at the moment, but in a different sort of way. But they are very, very interesting to do. Let's just get a bigger one here. Right, let's clean that brush, and I'll do some, put a bit more paint out. Put the brush in my mouth. And we'll do some trunks and things. Well, let's see if we can do this gate here. Right, we can don't do all the fence posts, just do bits. Don't let the picture do all the talking, leave something for the imagination. Just hint. Right, same here. Just little bits of okay. So we've just indicated it. Now let's try some use the tip of the brush, otherwise your marks would be too regular, too controlled. On this sort of impressionist. I sprayed my paints with a bit of water to soften them. Not too much of this. This is where we want some ooh. I'll put in a bit of heavier stuff in here. Too much, I think. Probably a bit heavy there, but right, okay, that'll do. I think I'll put a signature on it while I'm at it. It's just a bit too long, the bristles, to do that. Right, clean the brush, clear the decks, get the watercolour palette. I've got to dry this first though, so you're going to have to bear with the noise of the dryer. So take your headphones off or fast forward through this bit. Ready, go. Maybe I'll put a little figure in with this little brush. I'll put it in front of the gate. I'll maybe put it on the other side. No, I won't. I'll put it here. A bit darker on that, so I don't think that's a very good one actually. Oh, that's not too bad. Once the ink's on, there's not much you can do about it. I'll carry on with the drying now. Oops, paint. Right, drying now. Right, wetting wet, so I'll put some water on the paper and then I'm sure this is going to be quite blotty, or quite, as I say, so spongy, to soak up the water quite quickly, I hope. See, there's still a bit wet in there. The paint that is. Right, while that's wet, I've got my palette: lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and burnt sienna. Got my cloth. Right, bit of sienna. Just warm the whole thing up. It gives it a unity too, just going over the one colour. I'm not painting the whole lot. I like alizarin in these skies, low down. Just a blush. Because I'm going to put in some alizarin behind these trees. So I'm showing you this again, actually, really. A bit of blue. I don't want it too heavy. I picked up some burnt umber in there. Right, we'll see what happens to that. Now we'll go in with some green, I think, and some sienna down here, but I just want to take that excess water off of there. Right. So, nice green, so lemon yellow. Still got a bit of Payne's grey in it, so that makes it nice and green. Warm it up with a bit of sienna. more sienna. I'll get some darker green in there. Same over the other side, but warm. And then the yellows. You keep plenty of variety in your colours. Otherwise, flat colours just make a bit of a monotony. Can warm it up with a bit of umber now in that path. Might clean the brush, and I just want to remove that excess water there. The board's about 30 degrees, probably a little bit less. It's gone dry there, but I like the sky. I don't really want to muck that up. I think it's quite a delicate sky, sort of sky that's going over at the moment. Right, now some darker alizarin. And a little shadow in there, and I'm going to put some nice burnt sienna in that. And let's put a bit of background in there. You could take liberties with this paper. You can overpaint without it going cauliflowery. Right. While that is wet, I'm going to put in the sienna now, the burnt sienna. This is my favourite colour, a bit of ochre, yellow, raw sienna. That's I'll put some dark green over that as well. Such a beautiful colour, this burnt sienna. I feel we're going to scrape it out. green. So Payne's grey, lemon yellow and sienna. You can use burnt umber for that as well. That's a nice dark green. Let's put some of that in. Bit of ivy, low down, bit of brushy shrub. Don't want too much sparkle, just a little bit goes a long way. Right, now that figure I'm not really happy with that, I don't think that's very good at all. But I could probably reduce him by just putting a bit of that blue and blue and alizarin. Let's go a bit darker. Right, okay. I'm going to give that a bit of a dry. Where am I? I quite like that. I don't think, let's just stretch it. Right. Headphones off or wind forward. Oh, I've been told to cut the grass. We haven't got much to cut now, it's all dry and gone brown. But it looks tidier, apparently. That's what we're going to do in a minute. What I'm going to do is see if I can just... scrape a bit off. That'll do. A bit of the birds. Right, we'll put it in a mount, and then I'll use the blue one again because we've got a lot of blue in there. And then go and cut the grass. We'll have a cup of tea first, I think. Well, there we are, another walk in the country. I just scraped a bit off of him because he was just a bit too black. Oh, okay, well that's another little sort of walking through a meadow. I had to put that in a bit darker to tone him down. But that's the problem with painting in black. It does punch a hole in the picture where it might have been better. But doing the figure in just pure watercolour over the ink, maybe I should have left a gap in the fence, painted him in there. Anyway, that's for another day. There we are, another English meadow. Thanks for watching, bye bye.